Hello, and thank you for being here. It's a very good morning, a very misty morning, and I decided to start this channel off with this video to introduce myself a little bit, to say why I am recording those videos I'm recording and what am I going to continue doing here. So I'm Mitko, and in 2017 my spiritual awakening began. So I started becoming more aware of other parts of me which I wasn't aware in prior to that. I started becoming aware of different sensations, different aspects of the mental, different aspects of the spiritual, and bit by bit I started meditating at first because I was in a very tough relationship, and usually those things, for most people, but not for everybody I suppose, start with something rough or tough, or something breaks down to pieces, or there is a point, like a pivotal point from where a person starts or embarks on their journey of the so-called spiritual awakening, or just awakening I suppose. And for me this was a very tough relationship, and I also had cancer. So yes, so I had cancer, and I had an operation, and I knew somehow that the problem was in me. It was not in the relationship. It was not in the other person I was with. It was in me. I just knew it inside. And I knew that I had developed this cancer because of the anger that I was storing in my body. As funny as it sounds, I just knew that it's me. For no reason whatsoever. I just knew it's me. And after that I started meditating. So this was in 2017, and I started meditating after that, and I started discovering what my mind really is, what emotions really are, because as a man prior to that I didn't have any, or certainly not much awareness of my emotions in general, of how I feel, of what I think. I knew when I'm angry, and I knew when I was peaceful. More or less, those were the two stages. And I knew when I was excited. And I knew very, very well when I was very lustful as well, or very manipulative, or very depressed. I was having episodes of like big depressions for months and months on end. I wasn't even realizing that I'm in depression. Anyway, so in 2017 I started meditating, and 2018 I believe was the first time that I felt an expansion in my mind. It was very weird at the beginning, but I trusted, I didn't have any fear. I wasn't afraid of it. So I started feeling this expansion in my mind, and it felt very pleasant, as if I was in a bigger room. Later on, of course, I understood that this is actually who I am. This beautiful, peaceful awareness that's always there, always present, always looking through those eyes, always being there, just this beingness. And little by little, I got more into history and what I nowadays call true history. I started understanding more things about the ancient civilizations, or maybe not so ancient, or not as ancient as we think. And other things I understood. Started reading a lot. Obviously I started practicing different things, and I started basically exploring myself and what and who I am. Because in prior to that I was just believing that I'm this body, that I am this personality, that I am the things that I have done and I have thought, and the emotions that I have felt, and the failures or successes in life that I've had. And it turned out I have nothing to do with those. I could use them as a reference point to something. I can explore this memory of something. But other than that, I just felt that that's not necessarily me. I can identify with basically whatever I want. And later on in my journey, I realized that it's not so easy to disidentify. And that this personality is quite a strong habit. Of thought, of visualization, of sensations, of emotions, of basically the familiar, which I call me, and the surrounding, which I call mine, or So it was quite interesting, and it's been quite interesting for, I don't know, the last few years. So basically what I'm doing now is I've been feeling for a long time that my heart just wants to share, and wants to share with everybody that this can be of help to, or anybody that needs to hear anything like this, that we are safe, that we are good, that whatever is happening is actually, it's for good. It's for good. It's for good. And yeah, it might seem very tough and very rough and very extreme at times. You know, those mental chatters, the mental frustrations and whatever, you know, that we entertain as thoughts, and all the emotions that can be very debilitating at times, you know, very strong, very powerful, and really hurtful, like painful. And I just decided that I really want to share what I'm going through. I really want to share my realizations through meditation practices, through breathing practices, through exploring the mind and what thought does, by exploring what speech does, as well. In general, how we relate, from my personal experience, how we relate to the world and to each other and even to ourselves. And different explorations I've done throughout the recent years, and what I'm doing now. Because basically now I decided to start this channel to open up this door, basically, because I feel in my heart that we need that all of us need that. We need to talk about it, we need to share, we need to say to each other that this is okay, that whatever we're going through, whatever seems very weird and wacky and eerie and uncanny, you know, that society doesn't talk about, and most people don't even know what this is when it happens or when it starts happening to them. Basically like me, I had no idea what's going on at the very beginning, but that's, I guess, another video of what really happened to me, and the moment when things shifted big time and paranoia hit. And yeah, I just want to share, and I just want to talk about love. I want to talk about peace. I want to talk, because all of those topics, basically, like self-exploration or self-inquiry, in my experience, is about finding this inner sense of peace, inner sense of happiness, inner sense of love, inner sense of fulfillment and contentment. And because it's always present. And basically, at the beginning of the spiritual experience, we start sensing in a very direct way that there is a huge lack in us, that there is a huge void, that something that we believe should be like something is not like this. And we start searching, at least most of us start searching. And yeah, it's really good to talk about it, and it's really good to bring warmth to others. And because others have brought warmth to me, I feel in my heart that I'm compelled to also bring warmth, bring relief to others as well, as much as I can, of course. And to be guided by spirit, to be guided by the I amness, and to overcome myself, I guess, in different aspects of my own personal journey, right? And yeah, which I'm sharing with all of you and all your unique personal journeys that I am to find out more about, hopefully, in the comments below and the upcoming videos. Who knows? Who knows? I'm super open. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm really open. And even though I'm a little bit afraid, you know, because this type of open public sharing is not something that I usually do in this way, let's say so openly. But I really want to do it. I really want to do it, and I feel empowered. There is courage that I sense in my heart, and there is a reason for all of this to be happening. So thank you for watching, and I hope that you also find this courage on a daily basis. You know, those small courages, so small acts of courage. Do the things that challenge you. Thank you. I love you all, and have a blessed day. Bye bye.